Hi, you guys. We are starting a new series this week, and in light of this series, we're just gonna keep it nice and chill. I got my coffee, I got a little candle going. So, we're talking about anxiety. The verse I want to talk about today is Proverbs 12:25. It says, "An anxious heart weighs a person down, but a kind word cheers them up." And I think that's just like an accurate description of what anxiety feels like. Like it weighs you down. It feels like a burden. It's something you have to carry around with you, right? And even like scientifically, it's pretty accurate, right? Because uh, anxiety is your body preparing itself for that flight or fight response. And so your body gets like filled with adrenaline, and then your muscles are tensed up and ready, and your brain and your blood are getting like this overflow of oxygen, and you're just boom in that mode, right? And under normal circumstances, that's like a helpful protective tool for your body. However, when we get stuck in those places, right, when everything is signaling to our body, oh, like fight or flight, fight or flight, fight or flight, and we're just at that peak level all the time, then it can lead to problems if you never come down from that, right? And there are literal things happening to your body. You can get headaches, your muscles can get just be tense and tight, and then you get muscle soreness. You can pull muscles. Um, it can lead to depression. It can lead to insomnia. You can't ever get to sleep, right? Because you're just hyper alert all the time. So like your thoughts are swirling, your body can't calm down, you can't get rest. So all these problems, and and carrying that around all the time can feel heavy. Now this is like the disclaimer portion of the series. Um, if you have or feel like you struggle with severe anxiety, these little videos aren't going to be what save you, right? You need to talk to someone. You need to get professional help, and there should never be a stigma about that, right? Like if I injure my body, I need to go to the doctor. And if other stuff in my body is not working right, my brain, my immune response system, I need to go to the doctor and get it figured out. So I just want that to be clear. If you feel like I severely struggle with anxiety, you should probably talk to someone about that. This series is not going to be your cure. But maybe you've been like, I've been struggling sleeping. My shoulders are sore all the time. My back is sore. Like the muscles are always tight. I get headaches. I get stress headaches, right? I'm tired all the time. I can wake up after 8 or 9 hours of sleep and feel like I got zero rest, right? Because anxiety is an energy sucker. It's like your body going to 100% and then staying in that place, right? And we don't have the fuel in our body to run that way. And so, of course, you're going to be tired. And of course, like getting 8 hours of sleep is not going to be the rest that you need. You need to be running at a more regulated level throughout the day. So if you've been feeling those things and not understanding why, maybe it is because of anxiety, right? Um, and a lot of times when we're in those kind of places, the very next thing can be like the straw that breaks the camel's back, right? We can have like abnormal responses to just, like not that big a deal occurrences, but they like set us off, they push us over the edge, we break down in tears, we yell, we say things that we regret, right? And it's because we're like already here. And so just the smidge more is like adding just the teeny bits of water to a glass that's already ready to overflow. And so of course, it just pours out, right? So these are signs and symptoms that like maybe I'm struggling with anxiety. Maybe I struggle with stress. And so we need to identify what sends us to those places, and then eventually, how do we come down from those places? And we'll be talking about those in the following weeks. But this week, I just wanted to talk about what it feels like to have anxiety. And everyone feels it kind of in their own unique way, how their thoughts are swirling, how their body responds. So I'd be interested to hear from you. What is your response? How do you feel? What happens to you when you experience stress and anxiety? But then the second half of the verse, right? It says that a kind word cheers them up. Now, obviously, like giving someone a pat on the back and being like, good job, buddy, right? That's not going to fix someone's anxiety. But maybe you've had those days where you're walking around with the weight of the world on your shoulders and someone just unexpectedly says the exact right thing. And it just gives you that lightness, that extra like oomph that you can keep going, that you can do this. And so, like, may we be those people for other people. And I know sometimes at youth group it's very easy to fall into modes of being sassy and sarcastic, and I'm super guilty of that. But maybe like before we get to that place, we can be kind to each other, because we have no idea what someone's day has been like. Or maybe when we bump into a stranger, when we're out in whatever public we're able to be in at this point in time, right? But even more in the future, when you're back at school, just simple kind words, how they can totally turn someone's day around. So may we be people who are looking out for that. Like, what is the kindest thing I can say to this person right now, instead of just like heaping more on them, more burden on them. And if you struggle to think about what the right thing to say is, the question I always ask myself is, what would I want to hear right now? And it's probably going to be very similar to what someone else would want to hear. So that's it for Anxiety Week 1. And like I said, in the following weeks, we'll be talking a little bit more about what it looks like to like come down from those places of high anxiety, of high stress, and how we do that. But I hope you are doing well. I hope you can be calm and find moments of peace. And again, I can't stress enough. Stress? Huh? I can't stress enough that if you feel like this is something you're struggling with and no one in your life really knows about it, it's probably important to talk to someone about it. But that's it for me. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.